What's going on, World Family?
We aim high, we aim to rise, and every vision that's real is analyzed. Till every fight in my bones has been applied. Every thought I'ma lose will be denied. Dedicated to the cause. I'm back, I'm reborn, that's facts. Now take back what's yours. Rose from the floods. With one breath, the exhale was left. I'm back to show love. What you recommend is what you represent. Gotta fight with a cause for the innocents. That's the mission then, is what we visioning. Everything stops on the drop, cause we listen when 143, 143 speaks. 143, 143 speaks. 143, 143 speaks. From the streets to the most elite. Now who's got the guts to last? I'm in line next. Who's got the guts to pass? I'm in direct. Who can convince the class? Ain't no time left. Welcome to the journey of the mindset.
What's going on, World Family? It's your boy Donald Jones, and welcome to another episode of Journey of the Mindset. It has been a long time since we actually met. It's been quite a few months. I think the last episode was August, July, something around that time. So definitely want to explain to you guys what's been going on behind the scenes. Definitely want to explain to you guys what work has been being done. But I just want to keep it funky, right? I just want to keep it 100% real. There was a lot going into this podcast today. There was a lot of things that was actually stopping me from doing this podcast. First of all, for those of y'all that don't know, for me to prepare for these podcasts, I do write notes. I do research on the topics that I'm going to speak to you guys about. I wrote down a series of what my next topics are going to be for my podcast, at least 4 or 5 episodes of the podcast. Wrote them down step by step, took out the key points that I wanted to go over and things of that nature. Do you know that when I went to get onto my my iPad where I wrote my notes, that for some reason it just disappeared, erased, gone, vanished, goodbye? None of the episodes that I've already written down and prepared for is no longer on my iPad. So that threw me off, right? Because I'm like, all right, I know what I want to talk about, but I kind of like to be prepared and structured when I'm doing my podcast. By the way, let me just throw this in there. For those of you that's listening, you don't got to worry about it. But for those of you guys that are watching, I do have a cat now, so you might see him run across, the camera. But I like to be prepared when I do my podcast. And I sat down, right? After I'm sitting here and I'm sweating, and I'm getting upset, and I'm looking through my iPad, I'm looking for all of the episodes and stuff like that I put together. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna do the podcast. I'm just gonna wait a little while longer because, I'm not prepared. Then I say, you know what? How many times in life have we had to go through something or we had to do something, but we didn't have enough time to be prepared? So I prayed. I prayed on it and I said, hey, you know what, God? I want you to put inside of me the things that you want me to say, the things that you want to land on to the people that listen to me heart. So that's what I'm going to do today, guys. I'm going to keep it real with you. This is the first episode, totally coming here today. And I knew that I wanted to talk to you guys about goals, which we'll still do. But unfortunately, I lost my material that I put together for all of the episodes that I was going to do, at least the 4 or 5 episodes. But hey, you know what? I'm going to do this anyway because I know that you guys have been waiting for this new season to start. So let's begin and keep it funky like a monkey. Check it. This is what I've been doing, right? I've been doing some behind the scenes work with community organizations, council members, and things of that nature to address this gun violence that's going on in New York City. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but it seems like between New York City, Philly, and Chicago, Memphis as well, that the gun violence amongst young people has risen dramatically. So that's what this shirt right here, you can get it on the 143 Speaks website, 143 Speaks/store. You can get it there. But this shirt right here, this hoodie right here, represents what it is that I'm standing for and I'm trying to fight against. I'm tired of turning on the news and I'm tired of seeing young people either going to jail or being killed. Stray bullet or a bullet that meant for them. Either or. I'm tired of watching that. So I really wanted to be a part of the community of people that are actually doing work to combat this violence that's going on. And I'm with an organization with Aim High that's actually a part of the movement that's being created to address this. which I'm able to be a part of because I'm a part of Aim High, which I'm blessed and I'm thankful for. So this is what I've been doing behind the scenes over the last few months, is just working with people and trying to strategize and come up with strategic methods to address these violent issues that's going on in New York City. Now, beyond New York City, there's also work that we're doing up north, outside of New York City, where we're addressing the same situation that's going on in New York City. So for those of you guys that don't know, there seems to be this rising crime. A lot of the crimes that's being committed, supposedly, are done by young people. So we're trying to intervene and squash a lot of this beef between these gangs that's going on, a lot of this social media beef that's going on out there. So that's what I've been behind the scenes doing. I got engaged a few months ago to somebody that, that I've been with for quite some time, has been my partner through all of this. My rock has been holding me down and pushing me forward through everything that I've been through in this journey that I've been through over the last 5 years. So I definitely got engaged in September. It was a very really dope experience, man. I wound up getting her family together, getting my family together. She didn't have no clue to what was going on. And it was just beautiful. I might post it on my personal YouTube channel, Donald Jones 143. I might post it on there if you guys want to check it out. But very beautiful experience. I've been moving, man. I've been moving. As you see, I'm just like chattering all over the place. I'm excited to be back, to be doing the podcast. It's been quite some time. I've seen a lot of people DMing me, asking me, yo, what's going on with your podcast? I haven't seen you post in a while. I'm a firm believer that at times you need to press the reset button. And this is where we're going to begin the work towards us building goals, right? Building goals for the new year. You have to know when to press the reset button and say, I need space. I need time. I need a moment for me. A lot of us spend so much time working, taking care of others, that we don't stop and take care of ourselves, that we don't do for ourselves. I was having this conversation the other day, and what I got out of the conversation was so inspiring, because the person made me look at the things that I do for other people versus the things that I do for myself. And when I had to really sit down to, I don't want to say compare, but to look at these two, I really don't do much for myself. But the scary thing about it was, I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that I don't take myself shopping. I don't go to spas. I don't even go on vacations. But I have no problem doing that for other people. I have no problem sending my fiance on a vacation. I have no problem buying my son things. I have no problem buying my fiance thing, my family things. But when it comes down to me, there's a lot of hesitation. There's a lot of hesitation when it comes down to me doing for me. So I say this to you guys because I think that it's very important for us to take a reset, for us to stop sometimes. Sometimes we get caught up in life. And it's very important that we say, hey, you know what? Hold on. Let me rethink the process, the strategy, the journey that I'm going through at the moment. Let me rethink it and kind of see where I'm at right now, where you are right now, this moment. And then you want to add it to where you want to be later on in life. The only way you can make these type of decisions is by you taking a time out, you taking time to breathe, to stop your world for a minute, to do something for you. It's very important. I don't know if you guys ever heard the story, if you're on a plane and you're on a plane with a child and a plane goes down and they say everybody put on an oxygen mask. Who do you put the oxygen mask on first? You or the child? I know what you're going to say. The child. Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. You put it on you. Because you want to know what happens? If you don't put that oxygen mask on you, you're probably going to pass out. Then there's nobody to put the oxygen mask on the child. Metaphor to life. If you don't take care of you, how do you think you're going to be able to take care of everybody that you're taking care of? There are things called burnout. There are things called jealousy, envy, You know, when you don't do for yourself and you're constantly doing for other people, but then you start seeing people grab and you're like, yo, where's my life going? My life is just here stuck. You're a human being. You have to take that time to pause and do for you. Go get your nails done. Go get your hair done. Go get a facial. Go get a massage. Go do yoga. Go ride a bike. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, you should be able to enjoy doing it. I guarantee you, if you take the time to focus on you, a little bit of time, focus on you, take care of you, I guarantee you that you're going to see a new part of you when it comes down to you giving and when it comes down to you being there for others. You're going to see it because you're taking care of, you're refreshed, you're feeling, you're breathing. It's a reset. Now you're ready to go. Now you're ready to jump back in the game and start doing the good work that you're out there doing for people. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to take the reset. Which brings me into goals. New year, new me, 2020-22. If you guys are setting goals this year, I want to stop you. And one of the reasons why I decided to start the new season a little later on down the line, because I knew that the first episode of this season was going to be about goal setting because it's the new year. And I didn't want to do it whenever all of the gurus and all of the motivational speakers and inspirers are out there throwing what you should do and how you should set goals. I didn't want to do it then. I wanted to wait a little bit towards the end of January, when everybody's written out their goals, when everybody's still going to the gym and they're a little hype. But check this out. This is what seems to happen. We set these New Year's goals, these New Year resolutions, and they only last up until about March or May. And the reason being is because you guys are setting year-long goals. I'm going to say this again. The reason why it's not working out for you is because you guys are setting year-long goals. As human beings, we evolve. And the way we evolve is through achievements. When you were a baby and you couldn't walk, you learned how to walk. Achievement. Evolve. When you didn't know how to cook, you went on YouTube or you took cooking lessons. You know how to cook. You learned, you evolved. Now you're able to feed yourself. When you're setting goals, it's important for you to set long-term goals, short-term goals. Because you need to see yourself throughout the year make achievements. So if your goal is to lose weight, okay, that's the New Year's resolution for the year, right? The goal is, I want to lose weight for 2022. You're going to put a timestamp on it, December 1st. That's when you'll do your big weigh-in to make sure that you lost the pounds that you wanted. Now those sub-goals that you're going to put in there, right? What you want to do is this. You want to break those down, and those are going to become your short-term goals. You need to see your progress. So if your goal is to lose weight, your New Year's resolution, you want to lose 200 pounds by December 1st. You're going to be working on it all year. Cool. But your short-term goal is by February 28th, I want to have lost 3 pounds. Then by July, I want to have lost 100 pounds. Those are going to be the small goals that you're going to be going to. Because you want to know what? You're going to meet those goals. But what happens to you is this. When you start to see yourself achieving those goals, when you start to see yourself really working hard towards those little small goals, and you accomplish them, they're going to start doing things in here. A lot of times we're doing things, but we're doing things for the outside. What we're going to do is, you're going to do something in here. And what's going to happen in here is motivation. You're going to become motivated to work towards your goal even more. But motivation doesn't last that long. Motivation doesn't last that long. The first goal got you to the motivation stage, right? You got that first little goal. You're like, all right, yeah, boom. I set that goal. I'm going to lose 60 pounds. And before February is over, boom, you got it. You hit it. Bam. Now we'll move it to your third goal. So you lost 60. Now you want to lose 100 from March until July. That would be 160 pounds. It's a big goal, but you could do it. So now July comes. And you weigh yourself. And you say, oh, I lost that 100 pounds. Boom. There's your inspiration. Because now what happens is, now you're inspired for the transformation. The transformation is what happens at the end of the year. Now that you're inspired, because you see now, you got the motivation. All right, you know what, I did it. Now you've seen the second goal, you was able to do it. Now you're inspired. You're like, yeah, man, I could do it. Now you're ready to go for the big goal, which is the transformation, which is happening in December. That's you losing another 100 pounds. And I'm just throwing that out there. Another 100 pounds, which is going to put you at a total of 260 pounds. And when you get there to the top of that mountain at the end of the year, you're going to feel great. And you're going to say to yourself, wow, if I would have known this sooner, if I would have known that I had it in me sooner, I would have done this a long time ago. It's so important to set goals in life, ladies and gentlemen. So important. And the reason why it's very important is because if you don't set goals in life, right, what are you really working for? What are you doing? That's what I want to know. What is it that you're doing? Because if you're not setting goals, that means you're just living life. You're getting up every day, you're traveling that same road every day to go to work, that same road every day to come back, that same road every day to go do the dishes, to go do laundry, to go do cook. You're going to do the same things over and over again. Remember what I said at the beginning of this podcast, evolution. We need to evolve. Human beings are not made to stay here still. We're explorers, we're inventors, we're creators. But you cannot walk through this life without setting some type of goals. Somewhere along the line, there's a picture. There's a picture in your head. And if there's no picture in your head, then maybe we need to work on that. But you should have a picture in your head of where it is that you see yourself. Where it is that you see yourself as an adult and you're done and retired. Like you're in game. You're retired. You don't have to work anymore. You're done. But what does it look like? I remember having this conversation with this older gentleman, 82 years old. And I asked him, I said, why do you still work? He said, because I didn't do what I was supposed to do so I could retire. If I retire right now, I would have no money to survive. Number one thing that stood out to me about the conversation, that I was saying in my head, well, what was the goal? What was the plan? Was there even a plan? Or did you just live through life? No matter how hard things get in life, there has to be a plan. No matter how hard things get in life, there has to be some type of goal. You have to be living for something. And I get it. Some of us will say, okay, I'm living for my kids. You're living for your kids. Okay, you're just breathing in air for your kids. No, you're taking care of them. You're going out there to get food for them. You're putting clothes on their back. You're working for them. They depend on you. But you're living for your kids. What type of goals do you have as a parent? Do you want your kid to have a certain reading level, a certain grade level? How are you approaching that? When you're setting goals as a parent, are you setting health goals? Are you setting goals about taking care of yourself? Because then you're jumping back into the swing of things of doing things for others, but not doing nothing for you. If you don't set goals in life, and you think you're just going to live and listen, and that's it, then that just says that you're allowing life, the universe, to do whatever it is that it wants to do with you. It chooses your path. You have control over life. It's just how you're going to structure it. How are you going to put things together to get the things that you want? What type of person are you going to be at the end of it? When you reach a goal, what type of person are you going to be? Are you going to be somebody that's been beaten up because of your journey so much that you just become bitter, angry, mean, nasty to people? Or will you be that person that'll take everything that you've been through when you're working towards your goal, your journey one to the end game that you went through in between? And are you going to share it with others? Are you going to teach others? I have my mentor, Mr. Sherman Brown. Look him up on Instagram. Really good dude. I said to him the other day, me and him, we work and we run Aim High together, and I'm putting together reports for the school so that way they know, what we've been doing and things of that nature. And one thing I said to him, I asked him, I said, why do you keep giving away so much free content? Like, this is our content, like stuff that, he created. Why is it that you keep giving away free content? And what stood out to me is the level of heart, caring, and love that he has for human beings overall. But what he said to me was very important. The content that he's giving away free will help somebody. Whether it comes through us or it goes through somebody else. That's somebody that I can always respect because their eye is on the prize, the goal. The goal is help, inspire, motivate, help people to transform. That's the goal. So, before I end this podcast, right, I want you guys to really think, right? I want you guys to really take in thought. What the hell do you really want? When you figure that out, and I'm not talking about, I'm just going to sit here right now and say, yeah, I want this. No. I want you to get into it. I want you to go get a pen and paper. I want you to sit down and write it out. What do you want? Sometimes we think we know what we want. But what do you want? What do you want from a relationship? What do you want from your family? What do you want from the career? What do you want from your school? What do you want from your finances? What do you want from your fitness? What do you want? And when you determine that, I want you to write a long-term goal, a goal that you're going to work on for the whole entire year. And if you want to work on multiple, and that's the type of person you are, overachiever, you go ahead. But I want you to write that long-term goal that you're going to be working on for the entire 2022. And then I want you to put sub-goals underneath it. Short-term goals underneath it. That's in line with that long goal that you're going to be working on throughout the year. And I want you to achieve those goals. And then I want you to DM me and tell me about your experience and how things are working out for you as you are moving towards your Learn Towards goal. You can DM me on Instagram at 143speaks aim high. Or you can email me at 143speaks.com. I'm sorry, that's a lie. At 143speaks at gmail.com. Guys, don't make things harder than what it has to be. Don't sit here and overanalyze anything. You know what it is that you need, and you kind of know what it is that you want. Stop playing. You don't have a second life, third, or fourth. You got one. Time is ticking. Until next time, world family, I love you guys. If you fall on your journey, make sure you land on your back so you can look in the direction that you should be going in. Les Brown said that, and I'm a firm believer. I love you.